Very, very impressive. We're going to keep it moving here. Fight 8 of our 12-fight card. And it looks like we're going back up to heavyweight here.
All right, I am back, and I am so excited for this fight. All right, so here's the backstory.
Yes.
So last year, first year in Philly, George Balatsinos was supposed to fight Bill Mancini, who you see later on the card.
Okay.
Bill breaks a rib about a week before. Okay.
Now entering the ring.
George gets somebody to step in. We had someone to step in, a lot of experience. It was a wild fight. George is an animal. Hung in with this guy, lost a very close decision, a wild fight. Fast forward this year, Bill comes back and George is like, yo, I didn't get to like have a fight. Like I had a wild brawl, but I want the fight. And he comes back. He's been training all year, and it turns out the matchups wasn't quite where we wanted it to be from the year before. So now George is fighting this guy, Don Lyons. Don is actually on the board of the USA Boxing Foundation. So he's been in the gym for a while, never fought before. And so I think this is going to be a very competitive, very strong fight. And this is actually for the people at home, this is our first Masters fight, which means that because Don is 44, they are both fighting as Masters, which means they actually have 16-ounce gloves and 16-ounce headgear as opposed to 12 and 12.
I'm sold on this one. That backstory is great. These men fighting at over 200 pounds.
Yeah, we're going to see some fire the rest of the card between this fight, Fight 10 with Glickman Devonzo. Devonzo was a star athlete at Gonzaga High and out of D.C.
Donald Ali Lyons. You see him making his way to the ring right now. 44 years old, has raised over $15,000, well surpassing his goal. A wealth director by day, boxing here by night.
Love the Apollo Creed robe.
And the sponsors for this match is Lyons Investment Group and WSFS Cares Foundation.
But yeah, if George fights anything like he did last year, he is coming for blood.
And you see the tail of the tape there, 44 years old, 37 years old. You see a height difference, 5'9" to 6 foot. Both men 203 pounds.
And both men are solid as rocks.
And Donald Lyons fighting for his father's honor, who passed away from cancer, who had stage 4 colon cancer. And his niece.
So what'd you think of the fights that I missed?
It's been all action.
All action, right?
It's the one thing is there's no quit in any of these fighters. There may be a difference in technique that comes out as the rounds go on, but there's no drop in output or energy or enthusiasm or any of that from any of these fighters.
Yeah, I was actually ringside for the Zhao Mendoza. It was a lot of action on that one.
Zhao really made adjustments there.
Here he is.
Length.
Great fight, man.
Congratulations. You got the Conor McGregor robe here. Zhao does. Zhao really made adjustments in that fight. He started using his length well in rounds 2 and 3. All right, let's get underway here. 3-round contest, 2-minute rounds here. Balatsinos in the blue, Lyons in the red. That's a strong jab there by Lyons.
A little more technique than the Gilger fight, but not quite the same fury. But we're going to see some hard punching out of these two. Squaring up.
And
both men are a little bit more seasoned than I think we've seen a few of these fights.
And Lyons really does have some really strong, compact punches.
Yep. He's very quick. Nice footwork on both. Yeah, so Don Lyons has been a lifelong boxing fan. Like I said, he just joined the board of the USA Boxing Foundation, which is USA Boxing's nonprofit. Oh, nice punch there by George.
And really, yeah, you can even see from the stance, from the pace, it doesn't even seem like amateurs fighting here. This seems like people, seasoned veterans who have a calmness to them, have their pacing down.
Yep. Yeah, it'll be exciting to see how this one progresses.
30 seconds to go in this opening round. Balatsinos also working well off of the jab.
Okay, one down.
Wow, I don't even know how to score that round.
That was tough.
Very close.
And now,
Lyons came out strong early. Balatsinos, to me, took the second half of the round. I think that round was a draw for me.
All right.
So, fight is very much up for grabs.
Is that the first one? First draw?
First draw that I've seen.
Nice. Yeah, so like I said, after this we have, it'll be fun, a physician versus Joey Devonzo. Joey has another great story, which we, and then Chris is a last-minute replacement against our shill. Mancini, like I said, he was the top fundraiser last year, came back after a broken rib, is fighting Ethan. So will be some fun fights.
It's been a great card so far. One thing about the energy here is just the fights keep moving and everyone's just engaged because it's just one ends and one goes, and they're quick fights, but they're very intense.
Well, and I think the team also does a really good job of making sure that, everyone's wrapped, everyone's ready to go. I think in a lot of these kind of amateur shows, you start to see it's like, oh, like, where's the next fight? Oh, he's, he hasn't even wrapped yet. Oh, like, it's like, oh, his coach went out to make a phone call, or like, it's like, no, the train's moving. Oh, looks like George might have got him on one.
Balatsinos landed a right hand there, got Lyons' attention.
I noticed that Gambale got the decision on that one.
Yeah, that was interesting. I think on my scorecard I had Hilla. I had Hilla's 2 rounds to 1. But boxing has a subjective nature to it, so it's like a standing 8 count here.
I didn't really see that, but
yeah, interesting.
I thought that was a little quick to call, but looks like Lyons is putting together some nice 1-2s this round. Oh, but George got a nice jab in there.
You hear the crowd say, jab, jab, right.
Oh, George is getting aggressive. It'll be interesting to see because Lyons is such a good counterpuncher. If George starts to get a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more out of control. Let's see how that.
And here comes George Balatsinos. And you mentioned Lyons is 44 years old, and he looks like he's in phenomenal shape. But we'll
amazing
see how
for 44.
The fatigue plays a factor,
Philly, we got a
if at all.
Make some noise.
I think this will be an interesting last round. From what I saw from George last year, I'm guessing he's going out hot to start this third.
I still have the fight even because I think that George won the round, but then he got the standing 8 count against him. And so to me, that's an even round again.
Yeah.
So the fight is very much up for grabs on my scorecard going into the third.
All right, exciting stuff here at the Fillmore in Philly.
It's a great venue. Everyone is shoulder to shoulder, standing room only. Every time I think it's packed, more people come in. They're all over. It's amazing, and they're really loud and passionate, even for fighters that they're not here to support in terms of their friends or anything like that. They're just enjoying
Well, I think
the fights here.
Yeah, there might be some side betting going on.
Oh, yeah.
between friends here.
Sure.
Nothing official, of course.
Third round underway, the final round. Fight seemingly up for grabs.
Would love to see a little bit more urgency on these two. Really want to see George get Don out of his shell.
And I think that
Oh, there it is.
George is holding back a little bit because Lyons is so compact and such a good counterpuncher. And Lyons is kind of waiting for George to come in.
Yeah, it's an interesting cat and mouse, and they're just going to run out of time.
Exactly. 1 minute to go in this final round. Who wants it more? And here comes George Balatsinos, and that is going to be scored. Standing 8 count. This time for George Balatsinos. Scores that.
All right. Lyons was on the ropes a lot, so we'll see if he has the 30 more seconds.
Lyons needs to seemingly turn this around after that.
George is definitely the aggressor here in the third.
But there's that counterpunch
there it is.
from Lyons.
There it is. But George comes back hard. Up. Don looks like he might be hurt.
10 seconds to go. Round 3.
Don looks tired. Not up against the ropes. Coming out hot.
And that's the end of the fight. Great final round.
All right, Kurt, I'm going to hand it over to Rob.
Sounds good. Great final round there. And on my scorecard, George Balatsinos did enough to win. It was even on my scorecard coming into that final round. George Balatsinos scored the standing 8 count against his opponent, Don Lyons. And therefore, on my card, he takes the fight. But we'll see how the judges score this one. This was a Masters fight, as Andrew mentioned.
Make sure you text Philly 24.
44 years old, Don Lyons.
Text Philly 24 to 243-725.
George Balatsinos,
That's
37 years old.
To 243-725 to access our online auction. But if you can, check out the tables downstairs and upstairs for our silent auction. Some wonderful prizes back there, some wonderful.
We're going to go to the official announcement
Y'all make some
shortly.
noise one more time for both
Arthur
these
Burbick
fighters.
IV. You hear the crowds cheering on their man.
And the winner, fighting out of Front Street Gym, King George Balatsinos.
King George Balatsinos scores the win there, but Don Lyons did not make that easy.